So you've been working on your putting stroke. You've been indoors all winter. You're excited for the spring to come. It's right here. And now we're getting out. And you're thinking, man, I'm going to make everything I look at. And you keep missing. Why? Well, you got a great putting stroke, but you don't know how to read a green. So I want to teach you how to read a green. And by the way, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about what we've got going on here. So I've got tennis balls here. One of my favorite things to do when I'm teaching people how to read a green is I want them to be able to see how this ball is going to roll. So here's what you do. You're going to hold the tennis ball. You're going to get down on a knee. You're not praying. And all you're going to do is you're just going to roll this ball out. And you're going to look at this thing and you go, oh, okay. That one's rolling pretty good. Okay. That breaks a little bit from right to left. That one there, okay, so it's moving. That looks like that's moving about a cup with this tennis ball. So you throw it out there about a cup, and there we go. Okay, so now I know what this thing is going to do, and I have an image in my mind of this tennis ball going along there. Now let me clear this up a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a ball right there. I'm going to put another ball right here. And I'm going to put another ball right about there. Okay? Now, you can see that that has just a slight break to it. Not a ton, but a slight break to it. So now, I'm going to get my putter. I'm going to get over here. And what I have to do is I have to make sure that my golf ball stays on the top side of these tennis balls with about a cup of break. So okay, so that's a little bit more than a cup of break. So now I'm going to go up here about 2 cups. And that one is right on the right line, but I need a little bit more pace. So we'll go a little bit faster. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take a tennis ball that you've cut in half. And what we're going to do is we're going to replace this one. And I'm going to replace this one. And I'm going to get that ball out of the way there. And now I'm looking at this putt. So what I'm seeing in this is I'm seeing a ball from right here that's now going on the top side of this about maybe a cup and a half. When it gets here, it's about a cup. When it gets over there, it's about a cup, and then it goes into the hole. So that's what I'm seeing in the break there. So perfect. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're now going to stretch this and go to the maximum amount of break. So what's too much break? Well, let's say 4 cups. So all of a sudden, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a pathway. My pathway is going to be like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one down here like this. Now, you go back here and you check it. And you go, okay, this is pretty cool. And now, I get in here, and I'm seeing a path. And the cool part is that we see this path as this golf ball goes right in there. Now all of a sudden, you just have this image. Boy, that was bad. I can leave that ball there because it's not going to be in my way. That was awful. That was pretty good. Is it too hard? It felt too hard. Yep. Okay. I'm going to hit 2 more. This feels pretty good. Okay, that's 1. And now we're going to go with last one. And what I'm doing with my eyes, just so you know, is I'm looking at this pathway. I'm tracing this pathway, and I'm seeing this pathway. And it's not a line. I'm seeing a pathway. I've got like it's a wide space here, wide space. Like I'm seeing wide spaces. It's almost like a funnel. And I'm just going to kind of start it in the middle of that pathway. That one there was light on speed. Hey, I got to hit 1 more. I know I told you I was going to hit 1, but I got to hit 1 more. So I'm seeing that, capturing it with my eye. Oh, that's what happens to me. I get a little bit excited, and all of a sudden, pathway. Okay. Now I'm going to move all this stuff out of the way. Now, what I'm doing now is I'm imagining, and I'm telling you this, when you use these tennis balls, this color yellow is the best color for after image. After image is when you look at the sun and you look away, what you're going to see is like a dot, like a greenish, dark green dot. That's what happens with after image. That's why I like to use yellow tennis balls. Now all of a sudden when you go back here, you can visualize this path. Like it just shows up in your mind's eye. So now I have my path and I can see it tracking over here. And now I lob that out there. I hit it a little bit too firm. But I had the right break. This one looks pretty good. Again, a little bit too firm. That hits that back rail. I don't want to hit the back rail. I'm going to step back again. I'm going to take my line. I'm going to see those again. I have my spots. See my path. This is really good. Okay. So in time, what ends up happening is you start teaching yourself how to see this break. Get yourself some tennis balls. Roll the tennis ball onto the green. See what the break is. So I started out with a cup. Okay, this breaks a cup to the left. Now, you're not going to be perfect in your throw, so it's a real guess. And then when you start seeing the break, now you're going to go, okay, I'm going to play a little bit north of that. And then what's the maximum amount of break? And then you're going to put that channel out there for you. And that path that you're going to hit it into might be 6-8 inches wide. It's going to narrow as you go down. You're making this difficult for yourself. That's exactly what you want to try to do. And then you start every putt back here so you can visualize those tennis balls. And you see them on the ground. And then all you're coming in, you're hanging on to that. And then all you're going to do is you're just going to hit it into this path that you visualize. And when you start doing that, you might not make it. You might miss the speed a little bit, but you then start reading the green a whole lot better. In time, you'll start to marry up all the speeds, all the lines, and you'll become a great green reader. And that beautiful putting stroke that you've been working so hard on developing, now all of a sudden it's going to transfer out to the golf course because you've got to start using your mind. Reading a green is starting to image the speed that that ball is traveling at with the property. That's all it is. And what you want to do to become a better green reader is you want to have an idea. Doesn't necessarily mean you make all the putts. It just means that they have a chance to go in. They look like they have a chance to go in. They have your interest level. When you start taking these putts and you're missing them on the low side, everybody goes, well, amateurs miss on the amateur side, on the low side. You know why? Because you can't visualize what you're trying to, somebody goes, well, where do you want to hit it? Oh, hit it 2 balls out. Well, you got to teach yourself how to visualize. Tennis balls are going to allow you to do that. Roll those things along, put those out there. I typically have 6 to 9 tennis balls out there, depending upon the length of the putt. And then I'm going to get out there and I'm going to do that. I'm telling you, it's a wonderful thing to do. Roll those tennis balls out there, then start hitting putts, create that channel for yourself. I'm telling you, you're going to become a much better green reader because you're going to start to visualize and you'll start making way more putts. To improve all parts of your game, subscribe to my channel and click the link below.